Is it okay now? Now let's see here, life processes. First question will be this, that how do we differentiate between living things and non-living things? There has to be certain criteria, right? You can say this thing is living and this thing is not. So what could be the category?
Ma'am, living things reproduce.
Yes, correct.
And ma'am, living things they need nutrition to survive. They
Yeah,
need food to
they
survive.
eat, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then what about the movement? They move, right?
Yes.
Then they breathe, respire,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
also excretion also. They are eating, and after the waste will be also produced, right? So that will also be expelled, right? Excretion is also there. Then the nutrition, transport, all this thing, material should be going from one place to the other, right? One part of the body to the other part, right? So nutrition is, so transportation is also there. Okay. Now these processes, this nutrition, the respiration and transportation, right? And we have excretion, all this process, they are required for maintenance of life. So these processes are called life processes. Okay, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Life process required for maintenance of life on Earth. So every organism will have life processes so that they could maintain their life, so that they could survive. Okay. Now the first thing we have here is nutrition. So all these processes, right? It requires energy, and energy will get it from nutrition. Okay.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Suzanne. Hello, sir. Yeah. Suzanne, video on. Yes, sir. And make sure that you join at 4:35. Just a few minutes before the class.
Sir,
Okay.
I can't on my camera. My camera isn't working.
Riya, possible you can also
Sir, my camera isn't working.
on your camera.
So energy is obtained from the nutrition. Okay. And the nutrition, right, to the process of nutrition, and the food we eat, from there only we get energy. So what is nutrient? Nutrients are defined as substance required for proper growth and maintenance of life, living body. Okay. Yes, Sarzan.
Ma'am, nutrients, ma'am, it is the components of food.
Yes. Nutrition could be carbohydrate, fats,
And protein, vitamins, and minerals.
protein, all the other things, right?
Carbohydrate and fats are energy provider. And ma'am, vitamins and minerals, ma'am, it is used for protection and regulation for the body. And the protein is used to, like, ma'am, to build up the body growth, ma'am, it is used for that.
Now, here, right, different organisms have different modes of nutrition. Okay, the way they obtain their nutrition is different. So there are two types of nutrition. Okay.
Heterotrophic and autotrophic.
Yes, heterotrophic and
There are three in heterotrophic, ma'am: saprophytic, parasitic, and holozoic.
So this autotrophic nutrition, first we are going to talk about the autotrophic nutrition. Here in this, auto means cell, trophic,
It can make its own food.
yeah. So so this autotrophic nutritions are absorbed by the organism. Which organism? Green plants.
Green plants, ma'am, algae.
Now the process of making the food, right, it is called the photosynthesis. Okay, how it is made? By
Carbon dioxide, water, and oxygen, and chlorophyll also.
sunlight, right?
Yes,
Energy is, yeah. Then what is made? Yeah, food, right? Glucose, carbohydrate. Okay. Then water and oxygen.
And only oxygen will be there, no?
No, water and oxygen both.
Okay.
So the requirement for the photosynthesis is there should be carbon dioxide and there should be water. Then there should be sunlight and the pigment chlorophyll must be there. Okay. Now where this occurs, photosynthesis occurs, it occurs in the chloroplast. So here you can see this. This is the leaf. Okay. And we are amplifying this. This is called the mesophyll cell.
Ma'am, can you zoom in?
This part. this vein, right? Last part. Okay. Here, this part is amplified. Here only, we have here, you can see this type of cell is called palisade cell, and this is called spongy cells. Okay. So here, this is our chlorophyll. This here only we have the chlorophyll, this part. And the work of the chlorophyll is to trap sunlight. Understood? So the raw material required for photosynthesis, how do the plants get it? The carbon dioxide, how do they get it? Sorry.
And we have to go in such depth also. Then we have to go in such depth also, like how do they get it and from where and all.
Yeah, just one point. I'm not going to go on depth because today is introductory. Okay. So carbon dioxide, how do they get it? By the gaseous exchange. Okay. From the surface of stem, leaf, roots, all that. From the atmosphere. And water, it is very simple. For water, it is very simple. Roots. Okay. Then
Ma'am, I think water is absorbed by root hairs. Then it is, from xylem it is transferred to leaves and all after that.
yes, diffusion. Then other nutrition also are from the soil only. Next, the events in the photosynthesis.
Ma'am, light reaction and dark reaction.
Yeah, light reaction and dark reaction. Light reaction, it occurs in the presence of sunlight. Okay.
Ma'am, it is due to activation of chlorophyll. Some conversion of light energy into chemical energy. Absorption of light by chlorophyll, and one more point is this: the photolysis of water.
That is for the light reaction. And the dark reaction, we have reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrates. Okay.
And the formation of glucose.
That is only carbohydrate.
Okay.
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 Simplest form, carbohydrate. Simplest form of carbohydrates, glucose. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Next, we have heterotrophic nutrition. There are three types of nutrition, right? Holozoic nutrition, saprophytic nutrition, and parasitic. So holozoic nutrition, what do they do?
Ma'am, wait.
They take in food. Okay?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, they take food and then ma'am digest it like humans.
So there are three types. In that also there are three types: herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Herbivores, what are those?
Ma'am,
What
eat
do
only
they do?
plants. Only plants.
Only plants. And carnivores,
Ma'am,
they
only
eat,
flesh and all.
yes, they eat the herbivores. And omnivores, they eat both herbivores and carnivores. Okay. So this holozoic nutrition and saprophytic nutrition and parasitic nutrition, they don't make their own food.
Yes, ma'am, saprophytic, ma'am, they obtain food from food and
Dead.
nutrition from dead and decaying matter. And ma'am, the digestion which takes place, ma'am, it is external digestion. Ma'am, can you explain, ma'am, external digestion?
External digestion,
Yes, ma'am.
that means the digestion is occurring outside,
How many examples?
like the bread worm, mushroom, that bread.
Okay.
Okay, there it is the when you see bread, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Or the spoiled bread, you will find there some dot black color thing. If it is spoiled, there the digestion is occurring. Okay, but it is external. The saprophytic organism, that is fungi, bread molds, are acting on it.
Okay.
Next, we have parasitic nutrition. What about that?
Ma'am, obtain nutrition from living organism from a host. And
Yeah,
then there
without
are two
killing.
types of it.
There are two types.
Ectoparasite and endoparasite. Now, endoparasite, ma'am, it's inside the body of the host, and ma'am, it can even cause some disease. And ma'am, ectoparasite, ma'am, it's an external parasite which is outside the body of the host, and ma'am, it does not cause any disease or infection.
Okay, it only eats.
It only takes in the food.
Yeah.
And ma'am, example for parasite, ma'am, it is leech, and ma'am, for endoparasite, ma'am, it is what ascaris.
You are making notes.
Ma'am, I made notes from before I revised the notes for nutrition. Now I'm doing for respiration and transportation.
Oh, great. I think previously you have learned about this, right?
Yes, ma'am, taught in when I was in grade 9. I'm taught in amoeba. You have taught very deeply nutrition in amoeba.
Okay. Nutrition in any organism, we have 5 steps. Okay.
Ingestion, digestion,
Digestion, absorption, and
assimilation, and egestion.
yes, those 5 steps. In amoeba also we have those things. So what is ingestion?
Taking in of the food.
Yes. Then next we have digestion.
And
That is breaking down of the food.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what do we have?
Absorption, absorb the protein, carbohydrates, and all from the food.
Then assimilation. What is that?
Ma'am, it is used for the like what it is used for getting the term. Ma'am, it is used by the body of the organism to move.
See, absorption, the nutrition, the food is absorbed. It is going to different parts of the cells. Okay.
Mhm.
Then after that, it is getting used up for different purposes. Right.
Okay.
That is assimilation. And in case of amoeba, if the food is used up, what will happen? The amoeba will become bigger. Okay. There will be growth. And after that, the undigested food will be released. And what is that process called? Digestion. Okay. Ria, you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Then we have this nutrition in human beings.
I have done till here only.
Till here.
And when that teeth one is there, I made the diagram for that and I wrote about that. Till that I have done until dental plaque, ma'am, that's the last topic I have done. No, I've done more. I completed that series.
Okay. So in human, first step what? Ingestion, right? So ingestion will start from where?
So for every organism, ma'am, 5 steps will be there.
It is the taking in of the food by what? Mouth. Okay. So mouth or buccal cavity or oral cavity. There the digestion will start. What do we have there? We have teeth, tongue, saliva. Teeth, what it will do?
Ma'am, it will chew.
Yeah, chewing and grinding to make the food into smaller pieces. Then tongue, it will mix food and saliva. And then we have the saliva, right? Salivary gland will secrete the saliva. Okay, it will produce saliva. And here we have the secretion. Saliva will secrete. What it will secrete? Salivary amylase.
Yeah. Okay.
When you see the lace at the ending, what is that?
What?
Will be it work?
What is the question again?
See, here we have salivary amylase. So when you see the A's, you can take it as this enzyme is going to act upon carbohydrate. Okay.
Okay.
So here the starch will be converted into simpler form, disaccharides. Okay. So first we have here from the mouth, then it will go to the, here there will be the digestion. Digestion will start here. The salivary amylase will act. The starch will be getting converted into simpler form. Then after that, the food will move through the esophagus. Or what is that movement called? How the food will move? It will move by contraction and expansion. Okay, so this is called peristaltic movement. Okay, throughout this passage, throughout the alimentary canal, this digestive system, the food will move. Okay, by what? By
Contraction.
Peristaltic movement. Okay. So from mouth, then pharynx, then esophagus, then the stomach, then small intestine, then large intestine. All this movement is through the peristaltic movement. Okay. Now, after esophagus, it will reach what? Stomach. Stomach will be having gastric gland.
This one.
Okay. It will give out this HCl, pepsin, and mucus. When you see this pepsin, right? What does it work? It will work on the protein. Protein, the food we eat, right? There must be some protein. So the protein will be getting converted into simpler form. Okay, before that, this pepsin to be act, it won't act unless the environment is acidic. That stomach is acidic. So HCl must be there. HCl makes the medium acidic, and also it will kill bacteria. So the pepsin will act, and what will it do? the protein will be getting converted into simpler form. Okay. Then the mucus, what will it do? It will protect the wall of the stomach from HCl. Then after that, this will reach the small intestine. The food will reach the small intestine. And here the complete digestion of food will occur. Okay. Do you know where the bile juice is?
Ma'am, maybe liver.
Yes. It has gallbladder where bile is stored. Okay. Now the bile juice will come from the liver and it will make the food alkaline. Because it is acidic, the food should be made alkaline. And also it will break the fat into smaller pieces. That is called the emulsification of fat. Then from pancreas, we get pancreatic juice. Here we have, what do we have here? Pancreatic amylase, trypsin and lipase. Okay. So pancreatic amylase, I said, right? Amylase. So what will it work be? You can guess, right? It will act on carbohydrate, starch, like salivary amylase, then pancreatic amylase. Okay. Trypsin, it will act on protein, and lipase, it will act on the fat. All this thing will be broken down. Okay. So this bile juice will come from liver and pancreatic juice will come from the pancreas. It will come in the stomach where the food is there, right? So this both will act and it will break down the food. Then after that, small intestine will have its own intestinal juices, various enzyme. So it will break this, further break this disaccharide is there, right? Simplest sugar into glucose, then peptides into amino acid, then this fat into fatty acid and glycerol. Understood? And here, after this, the complete digestion will be happening because the simplest form of carbohydrate is glucose and the simplest form of the protein is amino acid and the simplest form of the fat is fatty acid and glycerol. So from complex to the simplest form, everything is done here in the small intestine. Then the absorption will occur. The villi will, there will be, in the stomach, there will be villi. Okay, it is finger-like projection. It will increase the area of absorption, area of the small intestine, and it will increase the absorption rate also. Okay, it will have the veins, okay, vessels to carry the absorbed food to all parts of the body. And there, what will happen? Assimilation will occur. It will used for energy and growth and repair. Then unused digested food will be stored, okay, as glycogen. Then the undigested food, what will happen? It will go through the large intestine and water will be absorbed. Okay, undigested food will be stored in the rectum and it will pass out by the anus. Okay, the act of the expelling feces, it is called egestion or defecation. That's all. Okay, this all are occurring here. Understood how this is happening? First, we have mouth. Okay, we are taking in food, and then inside mouth we have teeth. The teeth will grind and chew the food. Then tongue will mix the food with saliva. Saliva, right? How do we get the saliva? We get it from the salivary gland. Salivary gland produce saliva. And saliva will secrete salivary amylase. Okay, then the salivary amylase, what it will do? It will break down carbohydrate. Next, through the peristaltic movement, it will go to the esophagus. And from esophagus, it will go to the stomach. The food will go to the stomach. Stomach, what will happen there? There will be HCl, pepsin, and mucus. HCl will make the medium acidic. Pepsin, because the medium is acidic, then it will break down protein into simpler form. Then the mucus will protect the stomach. Okay, and after that the food will go to the small intestine where the juices from the liver, that is bile juice, and pancreas, from pancreas, that is pancreatic juice. Here, what will happen? The bile juice will make the food alkaline again. Okay, and it will break the fat into smaller pieces and it will make it that process is called the emulsification of fat. And then pancreatic juice, what it will do? The starch will be broken down into simpler form, and trypsin, here the trypsin enzyme, what will it do? The protein will be broken down into simplest form, and the lipase will broken down into, this lipase will act on the fat, and that fat will be broken down into what? Simpler form. Okay, and further breakdown will happen by the intestinal juice, right? That so the simpler form of the starch will be broken down into simplest form, that is glucose. Okay, and peptides into amino acid, and glycerides, right? Diglyceride, monoglyceride, all these things into the fatty acid and glycerol. So these all things are happening here, and this is the complete digestion. After the digestion, there will be absorption. The food will be delivered, transported to all parts of the body. Then assimilation, the food will be used. And the unused food, right, will go through the large intestine. The water will be absorbed, and the unused food, right, undigested food will be stored in the rectum. That is, undigested food is called the stool or the feces, right? It is ejected out from the anus. Understood? Shazan and Ria?
Yes, ma'am.
Ria?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me.
Sorry, ma'am, what are you asking?
Okay, I'll ask the one questions then. First thing is, what is the work of salivary amylase?
Ma'am, it is related to carbohydrate.
What will it do? Actually, what is enzyme?
Enzyme, I'm not that sure.
So, whenever there is a reaction, right? So enzymes are required. What do the enzyme do is, enzyme make the process faster.
Okay, ma'am.
And what is the work of salivary amylase? It will
It
break
is,
down starch.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am, it's starch.
Then what is the work of mucus?
Ma'am, mixing of food.
Mucus.
Ma'am, it's
I'm not talking about tongue.
no, ma'am.
It will protect the wall of small intestine from HCl, acid.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, got it.
Okay, got it. And Ria, where complete digestion of food happens, in which part of the alimentary canal? Ria, you're there? Okay, sir, you tell me.
Ma'am, I think small intestine.
Yes, small intestine, correct.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes,
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
yeah. I was asking where the complete digestion of food happens.
Ma'am, small intestine?
Yes, correct. And what is the work of trypsin, Ria?
Ma'am, it breaks down proteins.
It breaks down protein. And where is it found?
Pancreas.
Okay, that's all for today. Okay, any doubt here in this?
Ma'am, you send this notes in the group.
Okay. Okay, you can write it like this. Okay, it will be easier for you.
No, ma'am, in my notes, ma'am, that this pepsin and all, ma'am, mucus, ma'am, it is means like it's very spreaded here and there. It's not organized in one place, so that is why this is a little bit problem.
Yeah, if you write by flowchart method, it will be easier.
Okay.
Thank you. Ria, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, bye bye. See you in the
Bye,
next class.
Ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.